this, but this Saturday at the Sanctuary in Fort Erie, Danko Jones is performing, and right now we have drummer Rich Knox. Please welcome. Hello.
How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Good. Good. I'm just getting ready to head up to Ontario, actually.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on a huge tour. We looked it up. You're going overseas. You're going everywhere. This is a big one, baby. This is Shake Your City.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're excited to get it going, and it'll be nice to head back to Ontario and get it fired off, And then we head, like you said, we head over to Europe and gone for a much longer time.
Yeah. So you're going to want to get down to the Sanctuary to see this show, because I think I've seen you there before. I think you've been at the Sanctuary before. And
we may have. Yeah.
They do so many shows. I don't know how you could possibly keep track.
I know, they can't keep track, but I think I've seen you here before a couple years ago, and it was an amazing show, and we're going to be there again, and you got to get your tickets fast to this, because they're going overseas right after this show, so, I mean, this is your chance to see Danko Jones, and nobody cranks it out like you guys do.
And this is your 10th anniversary with the band. How does that feel?
It's wild. It's the time has flown by. But yeah, I'm still the new guy. 10 years in, I'm by far still the new guy. So, different but the same.
Do you find traveling different now with one band as opposed to touring with other bands internationally for so long?
Do you mean just like me just playing with Danko?
Yeah, as opposed to other bands.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess, before I joined Danko, I played in some other bunch of bands in Ontario and in Toronto. I was living in Toronto. And, yeah, it's different because you're out on the road with a different group of people, which is a different dynamic in the van or whatever you're traveling in.
Yeah.
And now it's been pretty consistent for me for the past, not all the 10 years. I was still playing in some other bands early on, but then now it's kind of, we're so busy that this is all I do. So it's, I don't know, you settle into the groove with the guys, the crew. I mean, sometimes the crew changes, but in general, the vibe's always pretty consistent, and yeah, it makes for a good time. You know what you're getting.
How many people are allowed to touch your drums?
Like ever? There's not many. They're on a short list.
Yeah.
On a short list.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, nobody needs somebody else to walk up and start playing your instrument. You know what I mean?
No.
Same with I would think the guitar players would say the same thing. Some rando jumped up on stage and thought it'd be cool to pick up the guitar. I think there'd be some words.
There are many drummers who have people set up the drums for them.
Yeah, that's a luxury. That's a luxury. We'll have some people out with us helping me out.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
Yeah.
But definitely that was like the best. That was the step when that started to happen. It's like, okay, this is good now. I don't have to lug these things by myself anymore.
No. You're too busy. But it's good time for Danko Jones. You got a new album out, really. How was that experience recording that?
Oh, it was wicked. It's the most fun thing to do, I think, as a musician. For me, I'd say even more than playing live.
Really?
Writing and recording.
Wow.
Yeah. You're creating something.
Yeah.
Live, you're performing. That's fun too. Don't get me wrong. But I love the recording process and the writing process. And it was cool. This one was different. There's going to be some people who hear this and say, what? But we were never, all three of us, in the recording studio at the same time.
Yeah.
When recording this one.
Wow.
I was, I live in Prince Edward Island now. Danko still in Toronto, and JC lives in Finland. So
Oh, wow.
we got together to write the songs, jam them out, but also some of the songs got written by sending tracks over the internet now that we don't live in the same place. And a little inside baseball. A lot of records get cut. You write the songs together, obviously, but a lot of records get cut. You do the drums first and then the bass second. At least in the rock and roll world, from my experience. So there's some bands will go in and record everybody in the same room, but we didn't do that. So we made it work. But I think it's actually turned out to be probably our best record. So.
Well, that's super cool. I didn't even know that the process was like that. Is that the first time you did that on this album, or did you do this before?
No, this is different. I mean, before we all lived in the same place, so we'd all be down there all together all day for everybody's, through everybody's stuff. This time it was it was a bit different, but it was okay. We knew exactly what we were going to do, and you just go in and play the part, and
that's super cool, man, and that's available on all the platforms. That we're going to play some of that a little bit later. Little K, you were saying yes.
I wanted to. Speaking of the recording process, because even though you weren't in the same, area when hemisphere when you were recording them, is that completely different as to when you're writing them?
Yes and no. We, since I've been in the band, almost we definitely have always gotten together and we'll jam out in a room. And this record was no different. We stole a few days away in Berlin when we were over on a tour, and probably I can't remember the time when that was. Maybe last 2 falls ago or something, or last fall maybe it was. But so we jam it out, and there's certain things that happen. Sure, any musician can attest when you all play together. That's kind of what makes a band great, is if there's a chemistry. So a lot of happy accidents or a lot of things just come together through those jams. That being said, sometimes I just get a track sent to me. Danko will send some ideas to JC. JC will do his thing on them, and then they send me a track that just has guitar and bass on it. And so I just have my little studio at home. I lay some drums down, send that back, and it's kind of this long-distance writing process in a way. So some of them are, made together in the same room. Some of them were, kind of Danko's brainchild, and then we all got our hands on it kind of thing.
How often are vocals included in that so that you can get more of a sense of the mood of the song?
Yeah, sometimes it really is case by case. Some of them don't have any. Some I don't know what's coming at all. And that, sometimes you might have to adjust your part. And there's always time for that, obviously. It's not like what I do when I send it back is the final product or anything. But some of them come fully, full lyrics. Some of it's just here's a melody idea. But I think on this record, most of them had, if they weren't the final lyrics, they were at least some pretty, accurate placeholder lyrics. I knew what the melody was going to be, what the shape of the rhythm of the melody was going to be. So I think it was pretty well laid out this time.
How does your ability and knowledge in other genres of music help when you're composing your parts for these songs?
I think it's probably everything in that. I think, for me, I've been playing in a ton of different bands, and even some few cover bands over the years. Have you guys ever heard of Dwayne Gretzky, by the way?
We were going to ask.
We were going to bring that up. Yes, we've watched Dwayne Gretzky right here at Taft's Brewhouse in Niagara Falls many times. We love Dwayne Gretzky.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, they're incredible. I played in that band. We all started it together, actually, in this it was kind of like this bunker that seemed like right out of Ninja Turtles. There was it was in this apartment building. the two male singers, myself and a couple other guys, started jamming, and that in this room that was like I think it used to be like the coal storage room for this like 1930s apartment building in Toronto, and the superintendent was a friend of ours. He cleaned it all out, and there was like half jam space, and on the other half of the room was like a couch and the TV. So we'd like watch the Leaf lose, and then we'd go jam. Kind of thing was our the birthplace of that band. And playing in that band, I mean, the band just kept getting better and better. And I'd say, like, it's been a few years since I played with them, and they've gotten even more impressive. It's just such a great group of musicians, and you end up learning like that band probably knows like 1,000 songs. Like I'm not exaggerating.
Oh,
or at least have played.
Yeah,
they at least played 1,000 songs once. And by the time I left the band, it was something like 500 or 600, 700.
It's an amazing band. An amazing band. We've seen them live, and I suggest anybody that if they're in your area to go see them live because they're on tour all the time as well. We're talking to Rich Knox, doing a big show with Danko Jones. It's the Shake Your City tour. It's happening at the Sanctuary in Ridgeway this Saturday, October 14th. I wanted to ask Rich about your opener here, Mountain Head. How are those guys?
Yeah, Mountain Head. I met those fellas actually through our pal Darcy Yates, who I used to play in a band with Darcy called Flash Lightning, which is another trio, rock trio, and now Darcy's out with Bahamas. If you guys know Bahamas,
yeah,
he's like a pretty prolific bass player. He plays with everybody. Anyway, Darcy was producing some songs for the guys, and so we went over. I think I actually played drums now that I think of it. I kind of forgot about that, but I don't know if I played drums on something that... No, wait, we recorded something else in the Mountain Head studio. That's what it was. I never played on the Mountain Head song. But, so I met the guys then, and when these shows came up, their name was thrown in the hat as a possible opener, and I'm thrilled. I can't wait to see them play, and I can't wait to just hang with them.
I'm thrilled as well. It seems like a great mix. You could check their music out on all the platforms as well. It's going to be a great show. I cannot wait for Saturday.
Yes. I wanted to say one thing. Again, Saturday, the Sanctuary, Danko Jones. We are talking to Rich Knox. You are also an accomplished drum teacher. When you're watching other bands, are you critiquing technique?
I think everybody is critiquing something when they're watching. Like every musician is on the DL critiquing the other musicians when they're watching them.
Of course.
I end up, a lot of the festivals that we play are in Europe are metal festivals. We're not a metal band, but we get put on these festivals as kind of like I think it's like the palate cleanser of the day. And so I'm seeing drummers that like destroy me in technique and ability, like in crazy best of the best. And so I'm definitely like a pretty, I think appropriately humble about my technique and stuff like that. But kind of my approach to the whole teaching thing is just being comfortable to play the right part and being able to play whatever part it is that you got to play well, and enjoy yourself while you're up there and be healthy and be able to do it for a long time. That's kind of my approach. Is more coming from the health side and your mindset, and then not so much I'm going to be teaching everybody to do what they're doing in like Slayer or
no, you don't have to. Everybody's got their own style, their own personality, their own genre, their own thing. I mean, you're a drum teacher, yes, but you're good at what you do in Danko Jones, and everybody has their own thing going on.
Yeah, that's it. There's so many amazing drummers out there, and now with YouTube and Instagram, it's like you can definitely. I mean, you just go on there and you're just amazed at what people can do.
100%.
It's pretty awesome, yeah.
I would want to discuss something that is actually on your LinkedIn. Your
My LinkedIn.
Yeah,
you guys did your research. You asked all these
nutrition
questions of like.
and
I don't think it's your real LinkedIn. I don't think this
nutrition
is
and mindfulness meditation coach.
Yeah, that's no, it's my LinkedIn. Yeah, I've never been on. This just shows how on top of that I am. But I've never really been on LinkedIn. But I was told I should get a LinkedIn, and so I made one.
Yeah, everybody says you got to get a LinkedIn.
Let's
but yeah.
discuss the
You shouldn't even have brought that up. Then okay, that was ridiculous.
It's very interesting.
Okay.
About the nutrition and mindfulness meditation coaching.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like like I was saying, the drum teaching thing. That's kind of my passion with it is, like everybody knows, like the sex, drugs, rock and roll lifestyle kind of like cliche of musicians. And
overplayed.
To anybody that's out there doing that, you do your thing. But in my experience, like I'm kind of more about, I just want to play like a killer show, and I want to be able to play killer shows for many, many years.
Yeah,
so I started like my own journey.
Sure.
Yeah.
Looking into those things, and so those are like my COVID projects. Actually, while I was sitting around doing nothing, I went and got certified in those things and learned about them. And now I have this like, I want to talk about our show, but since we're talking about this, I have this like budding business called Performers Health, where I want to help people, that are kind of maybe thinking the same thing that I was coming to the same conclusion I was coming to, that I don't have to go and whoop it up, like party every weekend that I'm going to play my show.
Yeah.
There's a healthier way to do this and still, play better and actually make better music.
Yeah. Absolutely.
In the zone, man.
Yeah. I think that's absolutely incredible and very heroic of you to go against the typical, the stereotypical grain, as you just spoke about, of these, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And, there's only so long that you can keep up with that kind of lifestyle, and trying to teach other people about mindfulness and the nutrition and, meditation. I have a hard time with meditating. But I do love to listen to Danko Jones, who's playing this Saturday.
That's like a kind of meditation, right?
Yeah.
There you go. It's unbelievable.
Playing this Saturday at the Sanctuary in Fort Erie, so make sure you get your tickets. You guys are on a cross-international road trip.
Yeah, Shake Your City.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you...
Yeah, this is the Shake Your City tour. The opposite of seated meditation. It'll be you'll be standing up and definitely not meditating.
Yes, man. I can't wait for it. Rich Knox, the drummer of Danko Jones. It's been a cool conversation with you. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
No, I just wanted to, of course, dankojones.com so that you can find out.
Yeah, don't go to the LinkedIn. Go to dankojones.com.
That was just an interesting topic.
Right.
Point.
Yes.
Which I have one more question, actually, because you're touring.
We're behind the scenes here. Let's do it.
Because you're touring, you're away from home. A lot of times, when I'm away from home, even for one night, I have to bring at least one thing from home that makes me feel a little bit better and sleep a little bit better. What is that for you?
What is it for you?
For me,
that's a good question.
For me, it's actually a couple pillows, a body pillow, and a mini head pillow, so that I can sleep with my body positioned perfectly.
Rich, you don't have.
I hear you. I hear you. You know what? Okay, mine is a sleep mask. I don't use it every night, but those times when you don't have darkness, I'll put on like a sleep mask.
I actually have one of those sleep phones. It's like a headband.
I want one of those.
It's a headband with little speakers that go over the ears in them, so I can play a little like music, so that I don't have to hear everybody else's stuff going on.
Tomfoolery. Is it worth it? Do they work well? Does it hurt your ears?
No, it doesn't. It's just pretty much, they're flat headphones, so it's not like the in-ear buds. It's just
Amazing.
like a flat speaker, and it works as a headband, and you can actually pull it down a little bit, and it works as a sleep mask as well.
I love it.
So
You can listen to Danko Jones as you go to sleep.
yes.
Yeah. No, we're going to be listening to Danko Jones Saturday night. It's October 14th. Get your tickets at Ticket Scene because it's happening at the Sanctuary Center of the Arts in Ridgeway, and all the information is going to be on the Hittin the 12 events page. Rich Knox, the drummer, this has been a cool interview, man. I appreciate everything. You came in here like a man. You did it. You dropped it, and we're going to see you Saturday night, and it's going to be
Awesome.
It's going to rock with Mountain Head.
Can't wait. Thanks, guys, and everybody, come say hi.
Yeah,
Come to
man.
the show. Come say hi.
Absolutely. Let's play some Danko Jones. I want to go old school, but I also want to play the newest song. So how about we do a double play, start with the old and in with the new? Are we
Love
up
it.
for that? Let's do it.
Let's do it.